Well, like I said, we've been pretty good to this point. We've had a couple games where we have been penalized, roughing the passer, roughing the kicker. We had some holding calls, illegal hands to the face. You fall behind in the down and distance. You give teams free shots. It's a recipe for disaster, and that was what you saw today.
Hi, John, during the week you pushed back pretty hard on this idea that this 6-4 team felt any different than it did last season or anything. You were talking about finishing it. Did you have any feeling that maybe the team bought too much into that idea?
No. That's going to be written and talked about, I'm sure, on some of the talk shows, rightfully so. We didn't play well today. Falcons are fighting for their lives. We said that coming in here. This is one of the best 3-7 teams I have seen. They did this to Minnesota, who was a playoff team last year. And I challenge anybody that's getting ready for Atlanta. This team is a very good football team and are well coached.
Jon, these guys got to Derek a decent amount today. What was the biggest issue with pass protection today?
Oh, Abs had issues everywhere. It didn't help when Jalen was a scratch, our third down back. Not making any excuses. We're playing with some linemen that have been moving around. There's plenty of excuses we can make. But I credit Atlanta. I credit Atlanta again. And they deserve a lot of credit. They certainly do.
Hey, John, why do you think the offense got off to a slow start today in the first quarter? You guys had a hard time?
Well, I think we get stuffed on a 4th and 1. And then I think on the very next play, we have a play-action pass, and then we get a sack strip fumble. So I think it started there. I think the turnover at the end of the first half, we're moving the ball. We're going to get some points. It's just – then the third quarter – it wasn't good, and it snowballed on us today, and I've seen it happen before, but it can't happen again.
You mentioned snowballing, and that sometimes happens in this league, but is this a game where we're going to burn the tape and just move forward instead of looking back? Is that kind of what you guys like?
Yeah, that's what we're going to do, and that's what we have to do. We got to learn from our mistakes. Obviously, we got a lot of players hurt today. That doesn't help our cause. But the offices are closed tomorrow. The offices are closed on Tuesday. There's a lot of distraction right now. We got to stay focused, get our players healthy, see who's available for practice on Wednesday, and we'll regroup and hopefully play much better next week.
John, obviously you guys you mentioned this week you're playing Raheem Morris, who's familiar with you from having coached with you. Do you think that this game was more, would you lean more towards self-inflicted wounds, or was it just what they were doing on defense is a matchup problem?
Oh, look at the film. We had some players open. We had opportunities to make plays. And I'm not going to sit here and say anything else. We had plenty of opportunities. They made more plays than we did, and it snowballed on us today. And when you turn the ball over 5 times and have 120 yards of penalties, you got no chance.
Go ahead, Adam.
Coach, we've talked about some of the positive, momentum and just keep building on itself. The way that Derek has played so well this year, do you worry that this could one bad game turn into 2 or 3?
No, this is National Football League. This is a tough business, and he's been through a lot, and he'll be fine. We just got to regroup. We got to get on the plane, and we got to get ready for the next one.
Last question, Vic.
Yeah, you mentioned injuries. Any concern over Jacobs or Arnett?
Yeah, obviously there is. And, hope to get Cleve Farrell and LaMarcus Joyner and Trent Brown back sometime soon. But Denzel Good hurt his ankle. He came back. So we've got a litany of things to look at, and we'll update you as soon as possible. Thanks, guys.
Thank you, guys.